fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air.
It is about 10% more persons do not know how to govern a country. It is about 10% more persons do not know what democracy means. It is about 10% more to those who do not understand what governance means. We need a government that is responsible for the needs of the Nigerian people. It is your country and you must make it better for yourself. Today is the day you put into the world that your country belongs to you and therefore you are prepared to live in it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are up when we call on the National Vice Chair for Inter-Party Elect Affairs of the United Party, the next representative of the Electoral Nation number 13, National Country, Dominion, Pierre, very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is thank you very much for the clap. We have one more person before the musician comes. We have Honorable
Okay, folks, welcome to Friday Politics. Welcome to another edition of Friday Politics. Welcome wherever you are joining us from. Welcome to the show. Tonight is politics. Tonight we'll be talking nothing but happenings around the world, what's happening in Liberia, happenings around the globe as well. What you just witnessed has to do with our way of reminding you where you've come from, the country has come from, to have a new president. And the current president is Joseph Numa Boakai. So it's very, very important. Sometimes if you don't remind people where they've come from, the struggle they have to go through, the people that took them through that struggle, it gets very dicey, very easily forgotten, and everybody like good. Everybody like yummy food. But the process of cooking the food, when you see that cassava leaf or that gravy sitting out on the table, anybody will want to eat it. But the way that cassava leaf was cooked, the way that gravy, that collard green was cooked, it had to go through a process and somebody had to do that. So at least sometime before the food goes to the table, the person that cooking it, at least you got to taste it. You got to taste it. You got to taste it to make sure that the food is good. Why am I saying this? It's politics time. Campaign time has come and gone. Transitioning is over. Now it's time to govern. And a lot is happening in the political arena. And these are some of the things why we are here tonight to discuss. So, folks, welcome to the show. Welcome to Talk TV Media Network. My name is Sam Gadu, and that has to do with the appointments. What do you think about JMB's appointment thus far, so far? What's your opinion? It's very important. I see my colleague in the back. Let me see if I can get him so we can get this ball rolling. It is a 2-hour show. We'll be here for exact 2 hours, and we'll be out because we have stuff to do. There is a lot of noise over there. How you doing, Sylvester?
I'm okay. As a people, I think dancing.
I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Okay.
How's your day?
Man, I'm going through some bad time, cold, fever, my multiplex. You hear my daughter and myself talking. I was forced to cook something and pepper soup just to get some taste, but still no taste.
For some reason, I've been experiencing that since yesterday too.
Like
as though I'm coming down with some sort of flu or whatever.
Then my throat had like pepper inside.
Yeah.
But I was just kidding with my grandchildren. It started with them. Yeah.
Okay.
It started with my grandchildren, went to the grandmother.
Sometimes the spicy food will help. It does help a lot. Eat the spicy, but sometimes drink a lot of water. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm drinking a lot of water and taking
I know.
Yeah. Take a lot of rest. Very much necessary.
Yeah.
But it's politics, man. I was playing that video during our opening to remind people, because sometimes if you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. A lot of mistakes have been made. People are saying this, others are saying this, others have their own interests, their own agendas. All of that stuff is taking place. Especially when it comes to the appointments that the current president, Joseph Numa Boakai, is making. Right. So we'll be discussing some of those appointments tonight. Of course, we'll be talking about the Unity Party chairman role, what he's doing to mount more pressure on the president when it comes to giving jobs to the die-hard Unity Partisans that fought so hard to get the presidency. That's one aspect that we'll be talking about as well. We'll also talk about the security of the states, and of course, the African Cup of Nations is going on. I don't know if some of you guys are watching it, but
I'm watching it. Today, say I watch it all. The
Yeah.
big Guinea won. Yeah. And that was sad. Nigeria won 1-0.
Oh, Nigeria beat Angola, right?
Yeah. It was highly competitive.
Yeah, it's right there. That's the entire fixture right there, Mark. You got 8 teams are fighting for the 4th place. You know, 4 will be moving forward, and then out of the 4, 2 will be moving. So that will be very interesting to see. So follow the sport, follow soccer. Who coughing next to you over there too?
That my grandson.
Okay.
The man who started
it. You don't mind that they didn't want to transfer it to you.
Yeah, that's why he telling me that, he transferred to his sister transferred to a grandmother, then grandpapa get it.
Okay. Well, folks, there you have it. So Friday, of course, is what's on your mind. Open mic as well. What's on your mind? But these are the topics that we'll be talking about, of course. But any other thing that's on your mind? What's trending from your end? Your observations? What's going on in the appointments world? JMB? What's going on from your side?
Well, journalists will say their own.
Yeah.
Like, Nana, I was just watching the guy panelists, makes a panelist on the Spoon TV. It has to do with the show, video they were talking about here. But most of the time, people will speak in the absence of the true story to balance it so that they can make an informed opinion. But what is more important when it comes to the appointment? These appointments are critical, very critical and crucial. The only reason people are questioning JMB because he spoke and said that government will be government of inclusion, that no matter whether you're partisan or not partisan, when you qualify, you come in government.
Right.
And all of the partisans at the time will all agree. Now here we are. You have over 2,000 plus appointment error. 2,000 plus. You are not even gone 100. You are not gone 100. But now people are crying while they are not in the first batch, second batch, third batch. I understand. I could be one of those. But why? On today, I call somebody from the president's office, Sir, Honorable Councilor Sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is why he has to tell me, he said, Liberty, we have to bear patient, too much pressure on the old man. He said, but look, I will get, when you look on the book, we got over 2,000 plus appointments. So we are included, we will work. He said, people call me and ask me, I told them, I said, no, they should not worry about me. I will get a job. But as people show that eagerness.
Sylvester, is there any way for you to be somewhere a little bit more private?
Okay, let me go in my room.
Because, there is a lot of noise coming from wherever you are.
I can't control them. Let me go there. Okay.
You really want your listeners to be able to listen to what you have to say. Yeah. So, while you do that, I will be able to, folks. So there you have it. There are a lot of appointments, right? And one of the controversial ones, the foreign minister, Madam Nyanti Beslow. That's one aspect right there. And a lot of people are raising eyebrows too. Also, another one is the internal affairs. That is Honorable Sakila Nyumaling, So that's another one as well. And I think there's another one they withdrew from public works as well. So, but my thing is, all of these appointments that are being withdrawn, you make the appointment, then something else comes out, you withdraw. What is the vetting team doing? What criteria, what ways, what measures are they using to vet these people? Because the first thing, if you come to my business here and apply for a job, right? Before I pay, there are pay organizations or software that you have to pay to do someone's background check, right? But before I do that, I go on social media. You Google anybody's name, whoever the applicant is. A lot of information will come about them on social media. That's what they call electronic paper trail. A lot of that is left behind. So what is the vetting team doing that they will go ahead and vet these people and the appointments are given to them? And then when you look 1 or 2 days, other people do their own research, all kinds of stuff comes out. And it becomes an embarrassment. Because when you appoint someone, you withdraw it. Or it becomes an embarrassment. It's just embarrassing. You know, this is putting a lot of people on a bad note. So, but the appointment so far that the president is doing, how do you feel? How are they going? Do you think they're stepping up because they were rolling out these appointments very slow?
Okay, on that note, I would say they are little behind because of the job we have to do. But I want you to understand that this recruitment and placement, since I have been involved in Liberian politics, is far different from all other appointments wherein people were not checking anybody's record. Imagine.
Right.
They just call names, over names, whoever they feel at the time. But because this appointment are going through a competitive committee, and also remember, a lot of collaboration joined the Unity Party in this current election. Lot. Some people could not even barely bring even 5%, but they were accepted as a party collaborator. You understand? All of them, they are accepted then in the arrangement, and they are making sure that they get in little by little. That being said,
hold on. Let me hold you right there again. Edward, I know you probably don't have electricity where you're at. Is it possible for you to put yourself in the back and talk from the back? Can you do that?
No problem.
Yeah, because nobody's seeing you.
Nobody will see you.
Yeah. So you can put yourself in the back at the same time while you monitor, and then interject when you need to talk. That would be good.
So
I don't know how to get that one.
Okay, let me see if I'm able to get you out. But I want you to talk so I can see. Can you hear us now? Talk. We cannot hear you. If I remove him, he will not be able to. He need to go on audio, only on audio.
yeah, they have an audio there instead of going on video.
Go on audio instead of video. So that way, okay.
So
Go ahead.
this is the first start of recruitment and placement that we are experiencing in Liberia today. And it's not going to be speedy as usual. That's one. Two, they're going to have some attacks along the way because everybody wants to make sure their group are posted in the government, whether now or to the end, but they want to be sure now. And it's like you have a narrow door to enter, but they say 5 to enter at once. Then you get 20% want to go at once.
Right.
This is how this recruitment is ongoing. And it's not possible for 20% to go at once. Everybody wants to be named in the first, second batch. They don't want to be behind. But meanwhile, we got over 2,000 plus appointment position. 2,000 plus. If you check the one they have named, you're not quite 100 yet. You know
Yeah, but
saying?
the thing is, though, I agree, and I think Edward, you can hear us now, correct?
Yo, I get better data. You want to my way go.
Okay,
Okay.
David, let him talk.
Yeah. Wait, but before he talk, he'll be okay. That man got money. That begins jelly. I think stingy. You know.
I am you.
So when you look at all of that, it's okay though, right? He may have 2,000, 4,000 appointments, but the people that he appointing, even at that, don't you think we're looking at the positions, the key positions he's appointing? Why don't he put, if he's appointing people on competence, the ability, right? And these people have the competence and the ability, and they are diehard, very, very diehard partisans. Why don't you give them the benefit? Because in the long run, during the course down the road of your administration, when things are bad, the same people they are there for you already know their core beliefs. They're going to defend you. Versus giving the positions to someone else. But let me bring Edward. What's your whole assessment of this whole appointment stuff that's going on?
Well, that's like bro for you. So the issue is being presented as if to say the guys were 14 they can't get a job, but not to change anything in the country. But the president is called to appoint people who he feels can help him deliver the country. So I don't know why United Party people or those who feel disenchanted are making so much noise when you have 3,000 plus appointments to be in government here. Spy somewhere for the lucrative job. LPRC, LPMC. The first thing, LPRC, MPA, Maritime, SYZ, those are the lucrative positions in our country. But those are the backbone of our economy and our budget. So JMB had to send people there of integrity. You know, when you there will be sending country money, you need money for no places that the president that can support our national budget. So the mayor wants to send people there who have the ability of exercising integrity to the core to ensure we get more resources to move forward.
So are you saying that these guys, that these other guys that are partisans, solid partisans, that are competent and qualified, that they are not capable enough to handle these positions, those lucrative positions you're talking about?
To go to LPRC, one person will get a job. You got thousands of, you got millions of Liberians. One person will get a job. That's one of the things which you understand in the first place. We got millions of Liberians or thousands of Liberians who competence. Some in the diaspora, some in this country. But one man will get a job. So the debate about making noise, that why I'm not preferred to this job, I ain't see anything in it. The woman will get a job. You're gonna get one finance minister.
Yeah, but why can't you give that one man job to your party or loyalists? Someone that is competent to do that job.
So in the first place, the people getting the job who told you they were doing supporting campaign.
Some of them were not. We have videos and pictures who will play a lot of that. Those who were at the forefront of this whole battlefront. I mean,
information. I come in. There were people who supported Mr. President Buckeye. They were not on front line, but they have money. They spend money to support a campaign. There are other people who don't have to physically go in the villages and town to be passing around making noise. But let's wait and see how JMB draws on his team. And the people who are on the forefront did not get it. The whole thing is not a forefront, Sam. It's just a lucrative job at all. Getting LPMC, LPRC, going to Maritime, going to the places where get money in the country. That's just all about it. It's not about a job. They will get a job. But the one that job that can get them money, they want the job, that can get them leverage, they want a job, that can put money in their pocket plenty. That's all about it. It's not the issue of job. Job, by the way, get the job how many. But the ones the job that they can get plenty money from. That's all. Wow. And so you think
so you think that some of these appointments you don't have any qualm or any problem with any of them.
The debate is you're giving diaspora Liberian right job. But Amos 12, for example, went to LPRC. He's a young man. He's the Secretary General of that party. He went to LPRC.
He's competent and qualified to do that job.
To do that job.
What I heard, he worked there before.
Very good. He went there, he got a job. So the problem about governance is the country must harness our best brains to move forward. You get kind of governance, you be talking about political party argument. Even President, we are getting the power. He gave some people that had never seen around CDC before. Some people are knowing job we are government. All the time CDC were here into a year opposition, I never saw someone there around the CDC. But when we say we are talking about, we just overheard some names. There was no argument. There was no debate about, oh, the president won't get job. You think he or who ran my president Baga will find a government will give him a job? You think so?
Yeah, but okay. Even if I think so, right? Or otherwise, I have my thought the other way around. The idea is the man is competent. Why are you delaying him? Why you can't find a job for him? Give him what you want to give him. Don't delay him, and then you bring in people or outsiders or whatever that people didn't even know.
The cabinet president in the same government appointment has not been made there. Let water and see what where Mo Ali wants to go. There have been no appointment there. The EFBC where some people, LBL where some people who think they were in the media team wants to go there. There have been no appointment there. They got a lot of jobs in the place. That even to last year LPRC, when the managing director was appointed, they got all the deputies and assisting job there. Nobody has been appointed there. Even to the port, when the managing director, they got all the deputies and assistants and directors job also be appointed. Nobody is there. Nobody has been appointed there. So there are a lot of jobs around. The bottom of the whole thing, some people want to go places where they think they can get plenty money from. That's just all. When you see people talking about finance minister, LPRC, MPA, data, because those places are the backbone of the country's budget, and they pay the money can come from. Now, but you live in a country, in a poor country called abroad, they give you job about 2,000, 2,500. That's plenty of money. That's plenty of money.
What's your take, Sylvester?
So I was speaking about the same issue. The first place, when JMB was campaigning, he said he was campaigning for the entire Liberian people. I understand the Unity Patisans, we want to say, oh, we were at the front. I agree with some of the things the young man said. There are a lot of people who supported JMB. They were not at the front. What do we need? Resources. Elections in Liberia. Most people, they're going election. 2023 was the most consequential election. Costly because of the government that was in power, that was making everything possible to remain in power by using the Liberian resources. If you listen to the EU result, the Liberian resources were being used to campaign by the government. What did you expect JMB to raise money? And some people, when they get money, they'll say, don't call my name. Yeah. They remain anonymous. Yeah. Even the money that John Malu was raising here, they have a position there. If you don't want your name to be mentioned, that people did not put their name there. So nobody that is appointing that JMB does not know. These are people that contributed towards the election. That's why if you remember the other day when Yaka Koloba was asking where JMB got the money from. I was to JMB house when people are bringing money just 2 days to the elections, second round. People are coming, calling him, giving him money to support. JMB is not a young man who can get lavish money. He will left with some fundings in your hand. And that's why he's been using with the transition, saying he's been sitting over there. He did because he doesn't have access to government authority account. So all of the appointments that are ongoing, that the young man said exactly too many areas. But let me tell you the weakness about Liberian managers. Because I worked almost 13 years as an auditor in the Liberian cycle. We do not develop an area. We don't want to go where money is and just use the money. But every area is lucrative under the government. It depends how you use the office. Water and sewer is one of the richest areas if you develop water and sewer. When Ellen won election 2005, he named everybody. The man who was the architect for her to win election, all documentation, Francis Kaba. Francis Kaba was nominated to go to LPR or to Social Security. When Social Security, they know how nobody wanted to go to Social Security. But guess what? Today, everybody want to fight to go to Social Security. Francis Kaba sat 4 years and developed the play. That play became an eye opener for a lot of people today. They want to go to Social Security.
But the point, I think the point you guys are mistaking is this, right? You guys are mistaking the fact that in African politics, especially in our context of Liberian politics, when someone is on your bandwagon to campaign for you, they have an agenda. There's something they see. They want to be a part. They're looking for some sort of employment. Now, employment, they're looking for all that campaign. or else they'll not get out and do the things that they do, their resources, their energy, their finances, whatever it is, taking insults. You remember, people die. This gone election, people die.
Sam, may I ask you a question?
Nothing. It was not for nothing.
Can I
So,
ask you a question?
so my thing is, when you go through that kind of hard, let me learn, please. When you go through that kind of hard-fought battle, political battle, you know it's politics, yes, and your side wins. You just don't. You want to prioritize your own, especially those ones that are competent, qualified, and capable. Don't leave them lingering or hanging around. You have when JMB and the Unity Party move on to the second round, the GDM, Kennedy, what's his name?
The guy who was number one,
Appleton.
Appleton.
I used to call him when the results used to be announced, the unknown soldier. He came number 3. He still doesn't have a job, and he's more than qualified.
Information.
What?
He does not want any appointment. He will be going as an ambassador. Some of them, if you don't hear them, yes, he agrees.
Is that what he told you?
That's what I know. He's going as ambassador.
But your coach, you're coaching a team, and you're about to leave your 23-man squad to go to African Cup of Nations. You just need 5 players, and the other player get very worse. They say the boy the coach just need 5 players. Now he almost
to 100.
You know what?
You get 3,000 job there.
You know, but don't you think the very qualifying team that you're picking, you as a coach, the number 1 person on our list, your best players first, you're gonna pick.
But why you say my best player?
You know, you can't have your best player sitting on a bench while you're picking up the FCC one.
I come in my best player in campaign cannot be my best player in governance. So people can make the noise.
So we are going to.
So
no. We're looking at the platform that you lay out, as in this is a platform you lay out for job. For anybody to get a job, this is a criteria you have laid out. That this person is based on, they're being vetted based on competence, qualification. And you are not lacking any of those people in your party. So I
have given party people job. I have given Kula for a job.
Why is the party chairman? Why is the party chairman? You know about what the party chairman said.
CDC was here for 12. CDC was here for 6%. Why is he? I come in now. CDC was leading the country for 6 years. Molu was saying I read the CDC across there. Riding a car, the party was paying. You were not agitating for a job. Finance chairman was 6 years. Was party chairman for Unity Party here. He was not agitating for a job here.
The AG. Women pay before the chairman. He was never working.
They were with the party was paying them. So there's a difference between running the party and getting a job. So if Molu could say to CDC headquarters and CDC pays Molu as a party chairman and he runs their party in the government function, what type will be running for government job around here? Type will be paid. Type will take pay. You know the party will pay dues and pay or official will be working for them.
And besides that, do you know very well there's something that's little bothering JMB until the chairperson? I'm saying it on the platform just for you to hear it. With that 365,000, he has not given the report yet.
Yeah.
When President Jose Nyumabuake gave the money, he said give 5,000 to each one city. I mean a district. To each district 5,000. For you to do that adjustment unilaterally on your own, and then people start hearing discrepancy. Oh, we received 2,000, we received 1,005. It's not going down with the president. And he just came.
I think he appeared on one of the networks.
He appeared. Listen to him.
Where reports.
He want to bring the report.
Open to audits and all of that stuff.
No, not just open to audits.
This is where I want you guys to realize, because that's not a topic for discussion, right? What I want you guys to look at, when you're a leader placed in a particular place, there are instances that will come that will need you to take some decisions, immediate or some urgent decisions, especially where you don't have the means as a leader to converge or have a quorum or to meet a group or whatsoever. You will immediately, it's on you as a leader. Because if you are not taking that step as a leader, The very people, those of us in the media would say, but the man not qualified to run the party. The man don't know how to take decisions. And then all of that time, the people in the city, no money to send out to in the counties for the celebration for the inauguration. His bar name was going to come out too. That the party chairman sat down on the money. So
Yeah, but
I felt like it was a judgment call. It was a judgment call.
No.
There was an instruction.
It was unilateral.
It was
And that was
unilateral. So, but that's not a. But before I leave,
because he said he tried to reach out to a couple of his colleagues or Hurricane.
No, none of the senior police at the national level were part of it.
Now, bro, Megan said that's scary.
Bro, guys, the fight is, I heard him from his lips, from his mouth, that he did try.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Reverend Luther Tucker tried to reach out to members of the hierarchy that he could not reach, and because it was a judgment call, that's why he did that. And he's open to audit.
Who did he call? He called the person name that he called. He didn't
the Secretary General or Twe is one of them.
No, he didn't tell the Secretary General. He said, call some police.
He did call Twe.
And you know, we have to start defending when you are using money. 375,000 365 or 65,000 is not small money. If you take 1,000 from the 73 district, that's 73,000 that you're talking about.
Uncle, let me tell you something. The United Party guys will complete on JMB because they don't know the kind of a person they follow. JMB is a straightforward character. He got principal issues. He like to be straightforward with issues. When you tell me with that old man, the old man mark you, he mark you. Most of them will go in that man book.
Yeah, but you realize sometimes he's passive, and sometimes being passive has a negative connotation. It can affect you too sometimes. It has a positive side and a good side.
Yeah, everything might be asked.
Okay. But let's welcome our panelists. Coach King, how you doing?
Hello, thank you very much. Nice to see you. You can hear me?
Very well. Can you hear him, Sylvester?
Sure.
How are you, sir, Mr. Newman? How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
I don't think we've met, but it's a pleasure. I just signed in to listen to you. I was also on another program making my presentation to the youth in Bassa.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So thank you.
You're right.
Thank you for inviting me, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome. It's a pleasure having you on Talk TV Media Network. You and I have been speaking behind the scene, but for us to see each other, it's a joy, and I feel honored to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
And you have met us. We're discussing a lot of the appointments that have been made so far by the new government, Joseph Juma Boakai. Some of them are raising controversies. Some of them are raising eyebrows. Party members are feeling kind of disenchanted as to what is going on. People that it felt like that really ran and fought hard for this thing, they are yet to get positions. And some of them, I have them on the list here. George Lobo, Patrick Horner, Mo Ali, Stephen Johnson, Fagon, George Sa, Professor Alare Topa, even Sylvester Newman, who sits right here. They fought for this thing. And they're not even contacting any of them as to what is going on. But we see appointments coming out. They're giving jobs to other people. But when you have an inner circle that fight for you, whether you have money, you don't have it, they will fight. And you have a criteria laid out as to you are employing on competence and qualification. And these people are competent enough and qualified to do the job. Why don't you give them the jobs? Because down the road, if the government is doing bad, these same people will stand and defend you. But if you bring other outsiders who do not, I like the aspect of the competent. If these guys were not competent, that's okay. That's a whole different ball game. But they are competent, and that inner circle that fought so hard for this thing, they're competent to do the job. Why don't you? Why are you feeling them? Why are you making them cry around? So what your take about this whole appointment stuff, and then we'll go back to Sylvester, Mr. King.
My goodness, you've put me on the spot.
Yes, I know.
because I'm not involved in the politics of things. I'm involved in public safety from a national scale. However, disenchantment can create a public safety issue.
Yeah.
So therefore, I can step in limited. Now, I did talk about the other day on your program. I'm sorry, on the newspaper. I think it was the Chairman Silly of the UP said
Chairman,
that
Chairman Reverend Luther Toppet.
no, there's a Silly of the coalition or something. Mr. Sylvester, do you know about it? He was in the newspaper, Chairman Silly. He was in the newspaper. He was talking about this same situation today. Said he
Mhm.
didn't know of any disagreement within your group. Did you read it in the newspaper?
No, I have
It
not
was,
been following newspaper
it was
anyway.
Front Page Africa.
Oh, front
What he
page, yeah.
said, yes. And so I wrote him and I asked him. I said, "You want to tell me you don't know? And you chairman of the coalition or your group that you all have? You don't know about this? Something is wrong somewhere." And from my understanding, I spoke about the poor placement of the present drug enforcement officer, who is the head of the presidential security. You heard of that one? Gay, isn't that correct?
Yeah, yeah. The EPS guy.
Mr. Sylvester?
Yeah.
Okay. And my concern is that is the type of person that should be placed with the drug enforcement in Liberia. If the president wants to declare war against the drug trafficking in Liberia. I also mentioned that the presidential security is far different from police and drug enforcement, because my background is in presidential security as well. I was trained.
So you're saying to hold you right there, Mr. King.
Yes.
Today we some of us witnessed the confirmation of the hearing of the current drug enforcement officer Abraham Kroma
Mhm.
at the House of Legislature. He went through all that confirmation today,
Okay.
and he was brilliant.
Yes.
He served in the law enforcement before under Madame Salif.
Yes.
Do you think, from I don't know how well you know him, that where he is it a misplacement, or is he capable to work in that area effectively to making sure that drugs comes to a halt or curtail, because that is destroying the youth,
Yes,
right,
it is. Yes, it
of our
is.
nation?
Yes, it is.
Because we witnessed that, and when you go all around Liberia, here's Edward in Liberia, Sylvester and I, we go almost every year. We witness all of that. You're walking
Yes.
and you have to look over your shoulders.
Yes.
Broad day, someone is going to snatch money. In fact, just yesterday, someone just at red light.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video. No, today,
Mm-hmm.
where broad day at red light, they snatched 90,000 Liberian dollars from a young man's hand,
Mm-hmm.
and they were gone.
Yeah.
Hijacked.
Okay. All right.
So when you have a new DA coming in, like Kruma,
Yes.
what do you have to say to him?
Okay. I am not aware too much of Kroma, but I would take the understanding that I've heard that he is a professional.
Mhm.
Why don't you take Kroma and Gay, put them together to really establish a professional drug enforcement group? Why you would take one person who has no training in presidential security and put him into a presidential security era? Don't you think a commander who is battling drugs and importation of drugs should have international connection as well as local understanding to fight against the war? You would take one person and split them apart, when both of them put together can be a powerful force in your fight against drugs. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about moving one person and moving the other. Both of them are together. That's how you build a team. When I was in the police force, you had Honorable Vonnie Dempster, you had Thelma Gardner, you had other Summer Smith, assistant director, you had Joe Y. Myers. All these people, we got together to fight the crime.
Right.
That's how you do it. But you don't
So
take
so more or less teamwork, collaboration.
That has to be. This is no time for I'm the drug enforcement officer. You got colleagues.
Before we get into the politics of the appointments that are taking place, I'm going to push you a little bit. Just this week, we witnessed, and I don't know, I'm going to have to upload that video later on if I find it. The video of the EPS, a civilian penetrating the EPS corridor, where I will call it here because I have some sort of training where I go out to the shooting range and go do my pop, all that stuff, right? Like almost about to put the president in a chokehold position. When you look at that video, the way he went like in a chokehold position, right? Being able to penetrate that corridor from your specialty when it comes to security, what went wrong? What do you see?
Lack of training, lack of leadership. That's all I can say at this point in time. Lack of training and lack of leadership. How can you have look? That's why I said from the beginning, presidential security is a bubble. Nobody else outside here is my interest. Only this person inside this bubble here. You understand me? So when the president is moving, you have a bubble around him. How is that bubble maybe supposed to be penetrated if you had proper security in the back? Now, this is how professional people in VIP protection thinks. The man's back is there. No one should have breached that back. No one. I don't care who you are. That you have proper identification of all your people. Additionally, before, and I mentioned this before the president goes in a certain location, you have an advanced team.
Advanced team, right?
Long ago,
I used to see that on Samuel Doe, Torba,
yes, advanced team. Look, Mr. Sylvester, I don't know if you understand a little bit about my background. I used to be assistant director for administration at the Special Security Services at the Executive Mansion.
Okay.
Deputy Director of Police for CID Affairs. Deputy Director for Training at the Police Academy. Chief of Police in Monrovia City Police. Deputy Director, GSA. I'm just telling you the background so you can understand from whence I'm talking. That's
our viewers too.
That's all. So now, the president's security is only concerned with the president and his immediate family. So if you come in a way, I don't give a D about that. I'll push you out of the way. As long as you're not wearing my identification as a security person, presidential security, you're not coming inside.
Your job is to protect the assets.
That's all I know. I don't care who you are. I will push you away. You're not getting through my barrier right here. So that's the way it is. Now, a person who is trained, I keep on saying this thing, you have to be trained in presidential security. Mr. Gay is a narcotics expert, internationally recognized. As my professional background, I would never become a drug enforcement officer. That's not my background.
So you're looking at a misplacement of position.
Yes. And I say I can repeat it. I can challenge anybody. I'm not here.
But let me say this. I'm not cutting you off, but I heard similar criticism coming in when they named him to be the EPS director, that he was being misplaced.
Yes.
People who know him very well, I don't know him, his background, but you're right. But with Abraham Nkrumah, where Abraham Nkrumah come from, during early time, he was the more effective 102 for operation. If I say effective, even immediately Joseph Nima won election, President Baka won.
Yes.
People saw Abraham Nkrumah around GMB. They said, what? If that the police director are coming, some of the keke boy in the street, some of the motorcyclists, and criminals started discussing, he said, it's time to quit the street. Because when he said, yes, I'm going to do it. When they did not place him as police inspector general. They have to get into the drugs enforcement area.
Mm-hmm.
Just on yesterday, before a confirmation, if you look at Slayway, down Slayway, where they had those drugs houses, they bought all yesterday by themselves. Seriously, were bossing it. That because the fellow that coming, no need to keep them, better would damage them ahead of time. He's a man of action.
Yes.
He may not be that well certificated person in
Yes.
drugs, but he's a man of action.
Yes.
And part of the problem, my dear, I've been observing Liberia from my little knowledge when I was working in the Liberian government as an auditor. People will get all of the credential, but practically they don't work according to their credential. I've seen that. Some don't have the credential, but eventually they will produce some result. Because, Liberian issue has always been the same old thing. It's very hard for us to hit the mark that we are expecting because the kind of people will bring into the government, like what is ongoing now, too many criticism. When I hear my brother, that Patisan, yes. But you could not take Patisan to get into what? To finance ministry. Because you need somebody who has that authority, that idea to work with the international partner. Not to LRA, you need somebody who has honest and good background. So
Yes.
key area, you're not just going to look at Patisan because all of the Patisan you're talking about the fort, I know them, they got qualification, but not that they fit in the area. Like myself, I do have accounting background. I have, MBA, emphasis in accounting as an auditor. But those guys that they place over there, they have leverage over me, I must admit, in what they do, what they have been doing. Because one of them that the finance minister served as deputy bank governor, that young guy had done a lot of stuff before he even went to finance ministry himself for the early last tenure, where he was able to stabilize some debt like we were owing before the tenure expired. So he coming back with more idea. And so there are a lot of position.
Yeah.
There are a lot of all will get chance to go. That's what I can tell a lot of people.
Mr. Sylvester, with regards to your comment about Gay and Ikroma, all right? On one of the administrators, one of the three presidents that we've had, what should I say, four, we've had after the coup, after the Civil War. They called me. One of them called me. I won't mention name. It's not important right now. They called me and they said, Mr. King, would you consider the security intelligence service or the police? I said, if I take the police, I must have complete control, no political interference. I want a budget that's properly done for my officers in the street. I want this and I want that. He said, okay. He went. I never heard from him again. The other president called me and said, I want to consider you for an intelligence at the NSA, one of those intelligence bureaus. I said, no, thank you. I am in law enforcement. I'm a police administrator. That's my field. I am not put in a place where I'm not trained for and I have not built a reputation.
Right.
So it's left with the individual.
Yeah.
And I still go back finally to say Chroma and Gay is internationally recognized. Both of those heads put together can do wonders for Liberia in the drug enforcement.
So my thing is, though, because this has been my concern, right? The protection of the president. It's very important to the nation. Very, very important. And when you look at the security apparatus around the president, it's too relaxed to some extent. Because just last week Sunday, when he went to church, to a Pentecostal church in Bummy. And his car just pulled up on the road and he got down. He alone, literally just walking, and met by a pastor and stuff. When you watch that scenario, I'm not a security guy, but I'm like, this is too open for him.
Yeah, but does this not support what I said?
Yeah. So my thing is, who is Is Joseph Boakai, is anybody talking or pointing out something to him? To know this, the importance, yes. We know that Joseph Boakai, you are people friendly, you want to shake everyone's hand, but now you are the president. You cannot just shake anybody's hand. There are people that come into you, women with purses in their hand. You don't know what they have in their purses, and they're not searching their purses.
Of course not. Can't do that.
Right? Yeah, people are afraid. Anthrax, powder like that, you're gone.
Yes.
You know.
But then that's what I'm saying. A person who is trained in presidential security will know better. That's what I'm saying. They will know better. That's all I can say. Now, who's telling him or who's not telling him? I don't understand. I don't know. No one called me. No one asked, and I'm not the only one. They got other professional Liberian security experts and professional around the world. I'm not the one. I guess I'm just the most vocal one who talk.
I mean, it's good. Once you say it, being vocal is good to some extent because you're saving a life. You're raising some serious security concerns.
But I tell you offhand, I didn't see this incident you talk about when he went to the church and the people were just walking around. I didn't see that. But
yeah, I witnessed the entire service. I'm like, anybody could just walk in there, go to church, and the president is sitting there and do whatever. I'm like,
there are different procedures.
I don't like what I see.
Well,
to be honest, I don't like what I see when it comes to the security around the president. They are too relaxed.
I know.
Wearing dark shades and all of that and showing off, yes. But it's easy for anyone to just penetrate, especially someone who has an intent.
I know. I agree.
Who is going with a target, with an intent.
I agree. That's what you have.
I don't even know if they carry the many hands that he shakes, whether he has hand sanitizers, all of that. That's a security health concern too. Health is a security concern.
You're quite right, sir.
He's 79 years old. He's an elderly man. He can get sick.
Exactly.
Easily.
You're quite correct, sir. I look like I was. You all were talking on different things. Now I came in and interfered with your Mr. Sylvester and what you all were talking. But as I said, I only try to.
You did not obstruct, and I know people who are into this security stuff are calling. I'm getting a call right now too. I know they're interested about this. So, Sylvester, you can go ahead. Let me answer this call quickly. You and Mr.
Sylvester.
So, the security breach that took place at the graduation program was so scary when I saw it.
Very scary.
I was like, where are the guys?
Yeah.
And our president failed to acknowledge that we had a very intensive political fight. He won narrowly because by the grace of God. But we were involved in that elections. What CEO is talking about life, I hate to hear others going on media or wherever to say, I count the victory for every Liberian that stood up for the result.
Yep.
For me, I was to the front, they almost killed me. 2 persons died where the incident occurred in Lofa County, Foya. I was at the front. We were the one that left from the diaspora here, went to campaign for the JMB. And CDC took us as a serious embarrassment and people that have already, because we used to be here, I talk on the platform and call back home and appeal to the people listen to almost every call we made to them. So when we got to Foya, I entered earlier. I went on the local radio station and I spoke to the people. The people said, thank you for talking to us, but I understand your colleagues will be coming, but want to honor you people to show you people that you made effort by calling us to campaign for JMB. So we will come in number to honor you people. So that was the reason for the program. Now, when the Honorable T5 and his group, the CDC guy, heard that Foya going to be filled with citizens, he thought it was not okay, but to honor my the program, the how they went organize people in their camp in their camp, and make sure when our boss were moving straight on the road, they came and joined in their mix. This is how the fighting started. They left a distance from their area.
That is Sylvester. That's
Yeah, just summarizing to him. So
yeah, that is something that has to go through investigation.
Yes,
because it became a he say she say thing.
No, I'm just telling you.
And of course,
the police fully in charge of the place. They are sending those from the fans of Thomas Father. They are sending them back. Voice of Lofa is the Lofa People's Radio. Please share this video. Please share the video. A motorcycle is here at place. Hello? Yeah? I'm in a program.
So this is what happened. This is a story you are talking about in full.
But let me get you information before you can speak on it.
Yeah, but
part of what you show, part of what you show, when the incident occurred, there were no reporter on the spot. After when the North came, they killed someone that had that's what interviewed me, how he ran to the spot. So you're able to capture that. By that time, the fighting had left the road and entered into the yard of Father, because when they came, the fighting started on the road and they have to pursue them in the yard of Father.
There were a lot of videos that we have when it comes to that, and from all different angles.
Yes, so what will happen is that they need to investigate it. Investigation is simple. The two political parties in FOIA, when the Unity Party is launching, the CDC will keep away because the two of them, they can't mingle.
But
wait. On a Thursday,
I don't want us to deviate so much from the topic, though.
Yeah, no, I just want to get you information. So on the Thursday was CDC day. No Unity Party man you go find on the road. Now this day on Friday was Unity Party day. They came on the road. Then when the interaction started happening and the fighting came into being. That being said, you can investigate from the beginning to the end. If everybody could have kept to their yard, to their area, there going to be no fighting. Besides, the police commander in FOIA was in the yard of Honorable Fala. The immigration commander was in the yard of Honorable Fala.
Well, okay.
Instead of being to the barrier, to the road, to prevent the two groups to meet, they didn't do that one, but they went in the yard.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Sylvester, this is what I was saying. Everybody is in their era, but everybody won't do everybody else's business. That's where you have problems. Immigration did this, did that. That is a law enforcement function.
Yeah.
The police should have provided protection for both parties. That's what it's done professionally. And if you are not a professionally trained administrator,
training is it all boils down to training. How well trained are you to keep up with your ethics? I think that's what when it comes to security, training is very, very important. And I think not only do I think, but it will be very expedient, very important for the entire security apparatus in Liberia for more training to be done. It's very important.
Oh, yes,
not just training, but I also think, Mr. King, that the being able to pay the security apparatus a little bit where they feel like it's enough to take care of their needs and their expenses.
I agree.
It curtail a lot of that, because if you're paying someone well enough, you avoid a lot of stealing because they don't want to lose their job.
Not only that, but you are right, sir. You are right, Sam. Because it gives the administrator something now to work with for disciplining his force.
Right.
You're quite correct, sir.
Mr. King, what did you say when one of the president asked you to go back to Liberia to work in a specific area?
I said, for the police, no political interference.
Thank you.
I must have proper pay for my officers.
Okay.
I must have proper training and proper pay and proper uniform. All of those must be done.
And the president did not come back to you?
Oh, of course not.
So that's what different. You have police commander, you have everybody as a party.
Yeah.
Wearing party t-shirt,
But
supporting party
I agree.
activities.
I agree.
So-
I agree you. There
And
should not
that's
have
why
been.
brought the intensive fighting until people have to die. And
There should not have been.
with our
Mr.
professional police, nothing gonna happen.
Not only that, Mr. Sylvester, not only that, but I am not involved in any political party.
And that's
That
gonna be
is
so.
important. And so therefore the chief of police or the inspector general of police in any professional organization, if he won't go vote, he goes
Go vote.
vote. He don't have to tell nobody who he voting for.
No.
He doesn't have to go to any political party meeting because it's his right. But you also close your mouth and keep your officers understanding that there's no political public safety. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You gotta understand public safety is for
But
everybody.
when you do that, people give you respect.
So it boils
You do
down
your
to
job.
training,
Yeah.
training,
Okay.
creating the awareness and paying them right.
That's
And
correct.
knowing them, telling them, training them, giving them the insight, the importance of their job, the
Yes.
uniform they wear.
Yes, sir.
That you can't stand on the side. You pull up a taxi cop on the side, then you're standing on the side of the door. My man, what you got inside it?
Yeah.
What you
can't
got?
make it.
Give me my lead team. And
They
get
can't make it.
and they gone, let you go.
They're wrong.
Corruption from the highest places.
Yes.
All of that's and it demoralized the organization,
That's correct.
the integrity of the
You're
organization.
right, sir. You're right.
There's no semester. We all here in the U.S. When a cop pulls you over, you can bribe them. You can stand with your
You
little
fool. You
$100.
can't even make that happen.
They will hustle you.
You don't even question them. You allow them to do their job. It's a ticket they will give you.
And
I always
everything
told them,
done. Look, when I was deputy director, the president told us set up a special task force to stop the government cars from being taken home by the government officials.
Mhm.
They were in cabinet meeting. The people say we got to stop this. The president, somebody called my name. Say get Charles Ebu King. You know what the president said? President said, "You're sure you want that boy? That boy here. You're sure?" Say yes. We got to stop the government, the people from taking government car home. That day when they appointed me as a special task force in Cinco, right after where I don't know if you are familiar with it, but right over where Peter Emma George used to live, right in the corner of I think Tubman Boulevard in one place there. The USAID office used to be there. The first car, my officers were there assigned. The first car they stopped was who? The president brother, one of the president brothers.
You're impounding it.
Oh, the car had a park.
Wow.
The officer said,
That's something Mary Brown used to do when she was over there. Mary Brown used to, after hours, she finds a government vehicle to an entertainment place. She's gonna with a government license plate. She taking it.
yeah. And then what they said when the man got out to want to call me, I said, "Sir, the president order is to stop these cars. Do you have a pass for it? No, it can't go." I sent it back to GSA when he told the president said, "I told you about that boy. You don't want to get about it. I told you." But I enforced it.
and that can help you. You know, when you are doing the professional thing, and the president gave a complete order, no matter who it is, but the order should be that low. Don't allow this to happen. It should be done by the professional person.
And the late Edwin Harmon, who is my idol in law enforcement in Liberia. You heard of him?
Harmon, you heard about Harmon?
Director of police? Shoot, man, that man wasn't easy. He stopped the vice president car. Said the lady, Mrs. Starbuck, can get into the police car and they can care her where she has to go to get her other car. But that car was not leaving.
Wow.
The car was not leaving. He impounded it.
Yeah,
It had to have the proper license. And after he went on like that, of course, they took steps against him, but it doesn't matter. He walked high with his head up.
Integrity.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Integrity.
We got to have it.
When we were giving duty under John Malu to order during Ellen time, one of my private high, when we conducted audit in some area, our president then, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, will be in support. But certain people should block it. And you know, no car was one of the audit that she wants to step on when the sun was there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so when she started, John started having problems. So what happened with the other? The other start losing its own respect and magnitude because if one can be kind of executive free, what about others? So even those of us that are going to feed people start having problems. So that's a problem we have in Liberia. When you give a professional person the job to do, let them execute it without political connection. Let it be independent. We suffer too much in our country and want to see it. But now they want to go. But we still dragging the partisan. I'm a partisan. Do you pay? Senator Kim here. I will travel to Liberia twice a year. 5 months in Liberia, 7 months here. Just for that Unity Party issue victory. Besides what the
Wait,
incident I told you.
you know what? Let me tell you something, Sylvester. Sam, did you have any question for me from any
You can
caller?
go right ahead. I'm trying to upload the video.
No, but you said someone called. Did they? Anyone call?
No. He did
Okay.
not.
All
He
right. Let
called
me
back.
say something for Sam and
And just for an
Sylvester.
announcement, Mr. King, before you come in, those
Yes,
of you
sir.
who are watching online, I just posted a link in the comment section. If you want to be a part of the show, just click on it and join into the conversation. Your inputs are very, very key. We're talking about the security of the state. We're talking about the jobs appointment, all the key major appointments President Joseph Nima Walker is making. The party fans and loyalists are feeling a little bit jittery, disenchanted. So we're talking about all of that, major appointments and whatever. It's Friday. Whatever that's on your mind, we want to talk about it. That's it. We have an hour to go, and we'll be out of here. So you can go ahead, Mr. King.
Thank you. I'm going to have to leave soon if the security aspect is finished. But let me say something to Mr. Sylvester. Mr. Sylvester, I'm a life coach also. I coach people. Um, in this life, whatever you have focused your attention on and whatever is going to be for you will be for you.
Sure.
You never know what is happening that God, the law of life, is protecting you from. Just wait. I don't know if just wait. No need. You see, from where we looking, God can look further
Yeah,
and
beyond.
see what's down the line. Maybe it's necessary for these people to come in so they can show themselves. And the way the level of attention now from people in the diaspora and in local situations such as yourself, all of that will come up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So then they will look around and see, well, wait, maybe they made a wrong choice here.
Yeah,
Then then that time will come. Don't push. Not necessary to push.
yeah,
Because whatever you have done, it is will be recognized. If not now, if not by somebody, it will be recognized.
yeah. I
You
know.
never know what God has in place for you.
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
be the one of those who want to justify this,
Yeah,
justify
justify.
this,
No, no.
justify this. You know, long time we used to say, good player, don't fight for jersey,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So I
It
have
will
the
come
video.
there for you.
Mm.
So I'm going to beg your pardon, Sam.
Mr. King. Mr. King,
Thank you,
one
Mr.
second.
King
Oh,
Question.
One,
okay.
give me
Yes,
one
sir.
second.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
putting the video up right
Oh, okay.
now. I want you to look at it
All right, sir.
and give me your analysis. Look at a gentleman who just went and hugged the president. And,
Okay. Did you click it for me?
okay.
It's stuck. I didn't see this angle. That's all right. I will wait. It's stuck. I didn't see this angle.
It's great.
That's all right. I will wait. It's stuck. I didn't see this angle.
It's great.
That's all right. I will wait.
Oh, understand why it's not playing. Okay. Let me get it up the screen. It should be playing. I don't understand why it's not playing.
Did you click it first? Click it, let it play.
See him?
Where the guy going?
All right.
Watch him. That's him.
I see him. I see him.
See where the guy did there?
Yeah. Now let me.
So you see how he left and beat all of them and went through?
Yes, but you see, let's stop it 1 minute. Stop it 1 minute. Now, when he was running, what was the position of the police officer? Where was
They were standing looking at him doing it.
No. Before he started, where was the position of the police officer? Let's play back. Go back. Tell you to stop.
So that's him right there.
No. Back up. I will tell you when to stop. I will tell you when to stop. Let's start it from the. Okay, start now. Start it. When I say stop, you stop. Okay, stop. Stop. Where the police officer looking? Before he came running.
He was looking in different direction.
He was looking, his back was to the crowd.
Yeah.
And in VIP protection, the officer who's on the perimeter must, you see, he was not looking behind him. You should be
and then you're making from behind him.
Exactly. If he was looking behind him instead of to the president, you see, because I told you all, the service, the SSS, is to protect the president, nobody else. That police officer should have been turning around and looking at that crowd. He would have seen, and that police officer is a National Police Force officer. Normally, it's the EPS uniform officer that is on the perimeter, and the EPS officer should be facing the crowd. That's where the problem is. When I told you that police work and Secret Service work is different, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow. So when he came all the way in there, see how he got through.
Do you know that he saw the position of the police before he did that move?
But of course.
Because when the police turned his back at this time, that's the time he made a move.
No, he wasn't turning his back. The police officer was already back turned. The officer was not looking at the crowd. The officer was looking in front of him.
Wow.
The officer was looking in front of him. The SSS is blue and dark blue. It should have been behind there. That's where the officer should be. The SSS officer, the EPS officer.
It almost looks like he kind of snuck right around the SSS and the EPS guys too.
But yes, because they were not expecting it, because they were looking where? They were there again.
Wow.
What was it?
Serious security breach.
What I would say. It's different.
Security breach.
Nobody won't challenge me on the air. Yeah, right over there. They won't challenge me.
That's interesting.
Anyways,
thank you, Mr. King.
Sam, thank you so much, Mr. Sylvester.
All my security questions will be coming to the most
next time.
Qualified. What I see as the most qualified to you.
It's very kind of you. Thank you for your compliment. But there are others around. Believe me.
There's what we call wisdom. And as a young man, you're coming up. You want to have so much wisdom. Hang around older people who've been there, done that.
All right, I appreciate you, Mr. Sylvester. It's a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much. And remember, let it be.
Yeah.
The man upstairs has it in his control.
Sure.
Bye now.
Okay. Thank you. We got Mr. Snubbin, who's just joining us as well. How you doing, Bishop?
Good. How are you?
Very well, very well. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. My pleasure.
You met us discussing issues of national concern,
which is very important.
very, very important, especially what we witnessed this week, with regards to the security concerns around the President Buckeye, and also appointment in government. There is a feedback coming from somewhere.
Not me.
Could it be you?
Who me no?
Something?
I'm not sure.
I think
hold on. Let me mute. I think that should be that. This probably was Mr. King. I think. Okay. So what's on your mind? Your whole your whole understanding of watching that video, and let me play again. Let me play it one more time. It's very alarming.
I think as I mean, I follow even more frequently now in Nigeria than ever before, and I saw the security lapse in that contest, which is very, 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 very serious, and the danger is there, and if nothing is worked out, people might say, "Oh, we thought we should have done better than this."
Right.
In the event of this, not everybody, only because he's president, that everybody love him or everybody want to see him there. And I think I've written some things in Monrovia that I hope some of those papers, newspaper, will put up some of the things. It's no longer time for us to only sit on the fence and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And if we see something, we talk. And sometimes people are not easily going to be, agreeing to all the things that people will say. As long as we're not saying the right, we're not saying the wrong thing, it'll be better to say it, and somebody can attest to that, in time to come. But the security system, not just only on Buckeye, the President Buckeye, that it has lagged over and over, and people do not seem to be really getting in touch with it. The time has changed and continue to change. We no longer in that kind of past what it was like. And Liberia do not want to have a setback and into another thing. So people are going to do everything that they can to sabotage whatever they can.
Right.
In this concept. I think your last program will talk about that. I watched the church service stuff, and then I saw this one, which I was like, okay, there's nobody who is watching, and what is the security aspirator doing? Because, like I said, before on your program, it's no longer campaign time. It's time for real business.
Governing time.
Yes, it's time for the president to be taken serious, and his security, and even that of his family, to be very serious. Look, Liberia has changed for a while now. Some of the changes are not good, and some are. But we should remember we came from a war situation.
14 years of war.
Yes. And people become so crazy.
And there was no better rehabilitation done.
No.
You got drugs infiltrating into the country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the past 18 years, it has been just getting worse. not getting better. So there's a need for some strong hands, and not just sit and say, okay, let everybody, do their own thing and so on. No, it's time to get the house in order. All right, and a lot of people are not going to be liking that, because one thing I see about Liberian people is they're quick to get adjusted to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and even be a bad or whatever it is, very quick to get adjusted to it.
Yeah.
And continue. But there got to be law and order, which is not right now in Liberia. Everybody do their own thing. You can't get close to the president like that. Even with the security expenditure that he's having, and that certain security that cannot, just find their way easily to the president of that.
Yeah. And you saw right. Just not to cut you off, but just to piggyback from what you just mentioned. I grew up as a little boy when I used to watch Tarball and Samuel Doe Taylor security.
Right.
The advanced team that Mr. King was talking about, they will send that advanced team to assess that entire area. They will locate in case of a problem or an assassination, there's an escape route.
Right.
They look at all of those things. And the very police will not get close because there is a specially assigned security to them, to the president, because you don't know the intent of the very police. The police could get compromised.
Exactly. Especially
the police in proximity.
Especially with the situation that's going on in Liberia. But security not being paid to the extent of what their intent will be. So all over the world. If you even watch some of the stuff with some of the presidents around the world, what their security look like, and we no exception. We can build the same, uphill security systems in our country that will be better.
There are veterans like Mr. King and a lot of other veterans that can easily be tapped into their those resources and bring them for more training, or as the United States government to train to help.
Yeah, the thing about it is we still continue to work into the partisan system, and who knows you. And we put you there, and people are boasting. I listened to a guy this morning who claimed he put Buckeye there. Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is how crazy people look. And we gotta we have to be very careful. The people. I was talking to somebody and said, well, we praying for this. Yes, God not going to do what you can do. God will not do what you can do. God give you the wisdom and understanding to do what you can do. What you cannot do is what God going to do. So to sit and say, well, God is in control. Yeah, I know God is in control of things, but what God has already laid in your hand, He is like asking you, what do you have in your hands? Look at it. Make use of that. And if we don't make use of what we have, we regret. God not going to be regretting of that. So we need to, if we have to talk, we have to talk. And the things about it is people, the presidents have to be very mindful of people that he encircle himself with. All right.
Are you getting any feedback from your end?
Who, me?
Are you hearing any feedback?
Yeah, little, yeah.
Yeah. Are you on a speaker, Mr. Snoddy?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure that it is. Let me see something.
I tried.
It's like somebody grinding something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is, but I'm not sure on the. I mean,
But let me come in a little bit. What Mr. Slotty was talking about.
Yeah, do that. I'll try to see if I can make some
Our
adjustments.
problem in Liberia have grown over time very, very, very bad. You did mention about the war. You did mention about the drugs that have taken over
right.
the youth. And another thing is nobody want to be under a law, want to be by themselves and do what they want to do at any time.
Right.
And so it was on the basis of that. I remember 2005 when Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president. She has to talk to the U.S. and they gave her some security for almost a year to be around her. Because what she did that, you took over too many warring factions who came in and said that they all were part of the police, they were part of the EPS, they were part of the army, what have you all seen it? And at the time, you could not say, okay, say I'm the president.
The feedback is really bad, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
What is
really
going on? I don't
bad. I try to do every adjustment from the back. There is a bad feedback. Let me see, Mr. Snodden, mute. Okay, go ahead and talk. Let listen.
So when Ellen took over, she asked the American people to give her security for almost a year because of the kind of warring faction guard that were within the security. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, George Manawuya, former president, came and brought in most of those guys back with our proper training in the EPS, in the police. And besides, most of them took the party, loyalty police. Everyone of them see them wearing party t-shirts and the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Among the police, there were certain people treated very fine, but the old and trained police that were there, the Salan, most of them, the young one they brought in, they were given privileges and right and benefit. So they were party loyal police. Even the EPS, they were divided. Because I work with the foreign ministry where the president used to be. Now, JMB won the election as president. He's not taking that into consideration. He having the CEO people that he took from Joe and just he within them. So there are problems here. These guys, some of them are still loyal to the CDC. Some of them had a warring faction background with art training. And some of them are now disciplined to exhibit an independent professional, policing or being or security. They all are in that convoy with him. So what we saw is not strange, but like what Mr. Sinati said, it is time that we put our mouth to where we see run, because this is no longer a campaign. This is about Liberia. We want to see Liberia better. It's not because of JMB as president, but from him we can go forward. When we have a competent, qualified leadership, we all should protect that person and see how that person can perform for the betterment of Liberia. But other than that, I'm not too sure that the present situation around the president is good for me. I'm not feeling too cool about it. Something going on wrong.
I like the aspect of what Mr. Snodden was talking about, as in being more proactive. Being proactive. When you see something, say something.
Yeah.
When you see something is wrong, that creates some sort of, concerns, show it up. Raise some sort of alarm. Don't sit there and say, you see, I saw it and I knew it.
I knew it.
It's too late. It's too late.
The problems we maybe have to start the educational process of nationalistic and patriotism. It's not. Everyone seems to be for self. And so the interest of the nation is far away from. People just want to get what they can get.
Mm-hmm.
And that process has to be visited again. What can we do for Liberia and not what we can get from Liberia? So many things going on. If you keenly took a careful look at the nationwide address, and I know it happens in various countries as well, where people for partisan sake and other people just keep silent and other people create some scenario. But this is a nation that have gone through a whole lot. And to rebuild, Liberia has to have the unity of all people. It just don't have to be the name of that party, but it's a unison of the people of the nation. And so when our mind is now working well as to how we can move from where we are to another level of our lives, the country is never going to be rebuilt. It would take years and years and years. So the interest for each and every one for this nation has to be, we're putting behind us the things that are happening, where we all came from, and create a better environment for the future. Investors want to go into the country, but they cannot go in a country with chaotic situations that we are having. So, I mean, it was very embarrassing and shameful, even, with that nationwide address with the president. And some camera guys, focus on how their speech was being made and how some people were being reacting and so on. At some level, we are not really, even though we all, but we are not really to the level of the kind of level of politics that being played in different countries at this moment, because everything's went upside down. So it's time to pick up the pieces, and even in the appointments area, it's no time for the so much of the party issue. It's time to find real professionals that can do the job. And if the party got the professionals that can do the job, great. First of all, the national security.
But that's my area. You just mentioned that. You just took it out. That's what I mentioned earlier. When the party has the people that are capable and competent, give them a job.
The national police director who should be seen over all of these things, not just in Monrovia, everywhere in the counties. And intelligence, security area need to be handled, revamped, real trained people. I know the Americans will be willing to even help us to train real good people.
Right.
And then people, to be honest, you can't. Oh yeah, everything happens, so we can talk about background check with EPA. We got to do that to have a sound security system. We need to do all of those things, so we don't just go sit in the background and say, okay, just bring anybody else, let it be trained. The mind still, the things is still in the mind have not changed yet. Until you can be able to change the mindset of the people, it's going to be very difficult. And you got to have the patriots. You got to have the people who have the country at heart, and not just. And we be able to prioritize the pay security, because these are the people who got our borders, who are out in the night, who are doing all of these things. When all of these things not working well, they're not going to that video, this recent graduation. I mean, where were the police? Not just one police officer was there, not just one security man was there, but all of those people who supposed to be on the watch, they stood there and saw the man standing there among them.
Let me play it one more time. Before we wrap up, let me play it one more time. Very pathetic to see that happening.
Vulnerable. The president's very vulnerable with this.
And you're gonna hear. Listen to the voices. There were ladies saying, "Don't go there." You'll hear people saying from the background, "Don't go there."
Yeah.
And he said, "I will." Listen.
In other words, I mean, he already know. It's like he already know the minds of the
forgive me, guys, for the whole computer glitch stuff here. Now let me replay it. You see that?
This is the mistake that the American learned from the issue of John Kennedy, because everybody just thought, well, he's a popular man, and everybody will love him.
I watched that show. I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, JFK. That's how he got killed right here in Dallas.
People say, oh, I mean, he's a popular man. Everybody loved him, and people were ready. I mean, somebody got set up.
It takes that one shot, that one bullet.
Drive open car.
Yeah.
With large crowd.
That one shot.
Yeah.
When you visit Dallas, which is close to us, where I live, they always replay that for you to tell you where the sniper guy was standing, and where the convoy was, where the advance team was, at what era. They have all those areas marked on the ground.
Yeah.
When they look around, they will not find the shooter. It was late.
It was late because everybody just fell at ease.
Mr. Snooty, not only JFK, we supposed to also learn lesson from Turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo was one of the presidents that fell down. Nobody had problem against him because, when the government was an elite government, he came, he expanded the government to every other person. While once you were qualified, they will bring you on board. Whether you were Peter, whether you were Gio, because I remember first education minister to come from the little Manhattan, Jackson Abdul, I heard that he became my education minister. He made him teaching at the Santa Cruz High School, at Santa Cruz in Lima. Even one of our elder father that died, Mr. Kendall, when he came from study, Toba asked him to go be some kind of minister at the Ministry of Education. He had a master of French, but he told Toba that he wanted to go in Lofa to go. he wanted to go work there as county education officer. You can't believe it. I may refuse a ministerial job to go work in the county because people said that he should let the young get business. And working with students, you have access to them at all time. And that's a job you are doing until he got retired, he died. But for us serious issue, we saw how vulnerable Toba used to be, because I remember 76, I was small when he went to Foya. He was walking up the hill, all over white. Only few women were around him. You don't find many security around him. You understand? That's how Toba used to walk around. And people saw the loophole. They knew even at the executive mansion at a certain time, you are not well protected. And you are vulnerable. And you know, people are supposed to take into consideration. In fact, we have moved from the bad time to worst time now. By that time, we never had a lot of people that were taking drugs as compared to today. We never had any war faction that fought war and killed. Look, there are some guys, Mr. Senator, I live in Monolio. You will see they're very handsome. But when that anger comes in them, that rebel behavior, when they demonstrate in front of you, you will not want to see them.
The feedback is coming up again, very, very bad.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be from me because
do any of you have any devices that you're listening?
I don't have any device here, to be frank.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Well, let's wrap it up because time's over. But I want us to wrap it up with this video.
Okay, you're right. So
with
the
chairman video because our time is over.
You want to bring the party chairman something?
Yeah, the video because our time's over. We only have like 10 minutes left.
Okay.
And I want to be able to play that video, and you guys can come and then we'll be out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
This place where you are and what you've done for this country, you are a stakeholder. I want to say to you, the president has the power to appoint. It's his constitutional right. And you as a citizen, you have a right to express how you feel. So what I would say to you, even if you want to exercise your democratic rights, to express to him how you feel, you are welcome to go and express how you feel. Don't do it in a violent way. He's the president of the republic. We put him there. All of us are right here, pay the price for Joe Biden to become president. Sure.
When you tell you not have people will come. Zayo. People will come. Zayo.
And so I would say to you this morning, don't worry about me, I'm okay. I'm pretty fine.
But we are not fun.
But if you are not fine, I would say to you, go and express yourself. You are not satisfied. Go to the president.
The hope of the ordinary people depends on you.
You are not satisfied. You are not satisfied. Nobody thought that Unity Party was going to win this election. Not at all. Ordinary people like you took on the challenge. Oh, yeah. Your community, some of you were threatened. Oh, yes.
Grandu Kande.
Seriously, I want to this one. I lost my house, I nearly lost my family.
Yes.
But the same JMB presidency.
Yes.
Finally become president.
Where?
We will want him to succeed. It's too early. I know how you feel. But it is also your right to go there and tell him how you two are feeling. Do it peacefully. He's the president of the republic. He must be accorded the respect that is due him. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Whoa! We're going to take care of.
If he will change his mind for any service, we are here. But let GMB and any Liberian leader be reminded that it's no longer going to be business as usual.
No way! Thank you.
When the people put you there, you got to listen to them.
Yes.
So go and express your feeling, how you feel about this and what's going on. He's a wise man. He's a man who listens.
Yeah.
I don't think he will see you at your gate and ask the soldiers to beat you. You are the bosses. From GMB to everybody. We wait for you.
Sure.
We wait for you. So if you are not happy about anything, you got to express it. Going forward, let Liberian leaders know that the main bosses are the people.
Yeah.
And when the people are not happy, the leader will not go well.
Yes.
That's
what play we pass.
Rescue mission business.
That's what play we pass.
That's what play we pass. So I want to say to you, go there. You must demand you want to see the president.
Okay. Yes.
Sure. When it was time for the campaign, Yes. He came to you and said, "You're making president. You will see what I will do."
For sure.
And you gave him the mandate.
Yes.
Go there and demand you want to see him.
Just be peaceful.
I am very sure he's going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Don't be violent.
Okay. I see anything
We
you say.
made the president.
Oh.
He will listen to us.
Okay.
Go in peace. When I'm needed, I will come and speak.
Thank you.
We have called the ordinary people. We brought about this revolution
Yes.
for your upliftment, and no human being, born or woman, will hijack this revolution. They will make it for their family.
Yeah.
Most of you are not even in this for yourself. Of your children you did it for. And it's too early for people who did not even witness what happened.
Nothing.
There's only a day when we're in the poo water. So you're going to express yourself, and I know the president will listen to you.
I'm sorry. Thank you for that.
And of course, this is the poo water he was talking about. That the people were in the poo water voting for this thing. And this is why I thought we keep the video.
So this is Spoon TV. It's a very structural place for me. We are on Lane Street, where supporters of the Unity Party are now making their way out of the ATS to Central Honorable.
Charlie, let's take 2 minutes each before we wrap up. From where you and they cry and they what's the right word? I mean, it's pleasure that these guys are fought.
Let me speak so Mr. Sunati can close with you.
Yeah, just do your 2 minutes.
Yeah, so
and be out of here.
the first thing I'll be clear to say that the party chairman did not do well. That was complete an incitement. It's just like when you plan something, you go at the bike. We're not professional.
How is that an incitement?
I'm coming. Was a coincidence for him to be there with a demonstrator? He has all leverage to meet the president at all time. I'm coming.
Where was he though?
Huh?
Where was he? And
He was with them. He was with them.
Where?
They went to the compound of the president compound.
No, that doesn't look like it was a president's compound.
Now to the president compound. From there, they had meeting with them. I called today over there.
Okay.
Yeah, they had meeting with them.
But
I'm just telling you this.
The citizens don't have the right to protest.
The citizens have right, but for him to be in their mix.
He's a party chair, though.
Yeah.
He's a party chair.
You know how many United Partisans? How many chairs do you? I know most of them. These are people that I'm coming saying. Sam gave me chance. That was a clever incitement because he's not selling for what is going now. But let me tell you what happened in 2005 first. Our party chairman, Vanish Sharma, did not take job. Our party chairman later, Wema Pay, when he took over 2011, he did not take a job. He and the SG. You understand? Even the CDC, their party chairman did not go into government.
So that doesn't mean that he should not take a job.
I'm coming. This man is always on the committee. He can walk. In fact, he does not have security checkpoint to meet the president. If you have any problem, individually, you can go there to sit down to discuss with him. From this video, you will hear the outcome. Okay? The issue about the jobs, I understand that he was wishing to go at the MPA, and the MPA was going out.
The National Port Authority?
National Port Authority. He's in the chat room expressing dismay. He's not satisfied with it. Before you even saw him here, he's in the chat room, in the party chat room. He's expressing it. You understand? So when you are a leader, you have to be very careful.
Yeah, but he did not do anything violent.
Okay, you will see it that way. You will see it that way. But I'm telling you, and by the way, you have over 2,000 people continue to say that their appointments are ongoing. So why now should this old man that spoke yesterday that this government going to be the government of inclusion based on competence and what have you? So if they have not reached in your area of appointment, they don't appoint you. What's the big deal? For instance, I understand they mentioned people in Mohali. Mohali, so area of specialization is in water and soil, or water area where, because they already got a degree.
What about Alara Tokpa?
Huh?
What about Professor Alara Tokpa? He still hasn't gotten. He's more than qualified. He still hasn't gotten an appointment.
I understand. Everybody, I am as much qualified.
George,
I got 2 masters. So
George,
what does that mean?
who has been there all along?
So what does that mean? And we stay in the party from 2005.
What it means is the other appointments that we continue to see, these people, where were they though?
They were there because, you see, in the party politics, the party politics we ran 2023 were very expensive because of the incumbent government using our resources to run campaign. You think where Joseph Mabaka collected money from? You see, some of the people appointed, you don't know they're only from Blue Star. They are qualified, but they supported it. You will not see them on the campaigning, and nobody campaign over there with our money. The one who did not send money. No, excuse me. I went to Foya to campaign. There were many areas I went. Our partisans that were in Foya did not go in town because they didn't have money until I had to go spend money for them to go there. It was money. So how will you, when the money comes?
So you perfectly okay if President Barker doesn't appoint you. You're perfectly okay with that, right?
No, not that
so you are confident and qualified.
No, I am not. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell you that in a month I want to be appointed, but it too soon for me to start putting pressure on you.
You at the front line in Foya when fire was blazing. Don't you think if someone who was sitting there in America here at the same time, even if they give a little bit of money, you give money and you give your life and your body, don't you think that you deserve that first cake to eat?
That's not what I'm saying. That's
what I'm saying to you. I'm asking you.
No. But I still feel that it's too soon because we give you a number of jobs that's still available. So for me, that's my opinion. That's my opinion anyway. So I just want to speak to the audience.
We'll argue this behind the scene. We'll argue this.
It's necessary that we'll keep talking about these things. But
let me bring a bishop in, so he can wrap up on this. We got two bishop. Bishop, we'll finish eating your 2 minutes. So just go ahead. The 2 hours we can be on the all day.
The thing I see here is what actually are we looking for? Are we going to be contributing because we got to get something out of it? You know, during those time, there was this guy who every time he appears at a meeting, everybody, I mean, when there was a cabinet meeting, everybody would stand to welcome him. And at the time, he has not been given any position. And then he went on Ronald Street and set up an office. So everyone, business person or whoever went to Liberia and wanted to meet the president, they go first to his office. Because when they'll call the business, the foreign missions and all of these people and business people, the guy waited and everybody was seated and he appeared. And everybody stood up, so the people took note of him. That he could. That was the best guy to meet before you can meet the president. He did not have to be in government position. But what I'm trying to get at here is the tendency and the mindset of people in Liberia is everybody want a specific or particular area. And so that they, whatever intent they have on their mind, and as a matter of fact, it doesn't really produce a context of what can I do for the country, or what am I going to get out of it. And this is why we are not developing in any way. We have to do something, get out of that mindset that when I enter, if I'm called into government, I should do everything possible to produce the fruits that is needed The government, I mean, this government had just been in office for 2 weeks, like less than 2 weeks or more, and people fighting for where they can go and what they can get, and the influence that is being used over the president to give people certain jobs that they prefer in their setting, create the functioning of those areas not going to work well, because the mind is, if I can get a recruited area, I'm not going to do my job well. So we have to, and I wrote something and down there that it's time to roll our sleeves and see what we can do for Liberia. Whatever area you are called to work with everything that you can do possible to lift Liberia out of the dust and the swamp. And I saw what is going to be. People depend, all we should be praying for, I think, is how we can have investors come in the country that people will have jobs. Especially all of those people that are in the water.
Yeah, but Bishop, Chancellor is monkey what Bible draw.
Yeah.
I can't work and then somebody else come and enjoy it.
No, the thing is, it's not, I'm saying all what the people were doing, somebody else come from somewhere and come and do, and take over or what you are doing. This is the thing. This is the tendency of Liberia, and that's why it's not going well.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
if we don't get out of it, we're not going to go anywhere. And this is why the people sit back and watch us. I remember, some years ago we were in Ohio, and we were having this Liberia independent celebration. We have invited one of the representative, Senator Tony Hoare at the time, and to come and become one of our keynote speakers. And then we had Rich Zazowski, who has lived in Liberia many years. The guy knows all of the villages in Liberia. He was a Peace Corps. Tony Hoare told us that if you think you're going to depend on America to come build your country, you're making a terrible mistake. He said, you can build your own country. We will be at the background to help you, to advise you. If you're listening, then you will build a better society. And Rich was telling us, he said the bedrock in your country, your mineral resources are still there, and you haven't even touched it. He said the only problem you are having is bad managers that you put into offices. He said when these people have the mindset to do something for the nation, and these people, Liberia will become one of the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem we are having. In fact, that's where he made mention that unborn child is supposed to have $1 million in Liberia. That's how rich we are. But how we manage it. So all of these things, the people, the chairman, at an instance, to talk to the people, that was good. But to say something that will incite the people, because some of the people are not going to be understanding what he's saying. Not everybody will have the same understanding. So if there was a problem, wisely use the wise method of talking to the people. Go to the president, saying you are the chairman of the party, and this is what it is. This is why it is. This is why we, I think we can get along with and do. But
I see. If there is no cohesion between the party chair and the president, there's going to be some sort of problems.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, okay, I'm the party chairman. When this time comes, I need this position. No,
Well,
the president has the right, like he said, to appoint whoever he wants. But right now, there's so much influence over the president from the greater, group, people.
a lot of people are pulling his tail.
And that's the reasons why people never do the right thing in the country, because people have been misplaced in places.
Yeah, let me ask you that before we even go, and that's your semester, right? This is for you. I just want to ping you on it a little bit. We saw an appointment for the Internal Affairs Minister, Sakila Nyamale, and he was heavily being discussed on school. What do you think of his appointment?
You know, this temperament, I don't know who on this life will not be called one day saying something differently. Sometimes it may not be a behavior, but you can be caught saying something like you are not mature person, anger control you. So I was saying, in a mud, I don't defend that statement he made, but the position Yuma was in, which I experienced I was in, it was at the time when CDC were doing everything possible to win the last election. They had planned to carry those fake ballots. They carried in the first round, they went with numbers or something. So we had meeting that another plane was coming for the last election. While that was ongoing, 27 members of the lead campaign manager of the United Party were arrested by the Falambuga. Arrested them and some ran away. So they had no young men to campaign for United Party in 4 years. That was not the only end. He was going from house to house, putting fear in the people.
But that's not a question I ask you.
I'm coming.
I ask you because we gotta go. I just want you to be brief. What do you think?
I'm just trying to, before I answer you the question, I think I have to make the basis.
The basis will take us there all night.
Okay, so on the basis of that, so he spoke with anger. And now that anger he spoke with is being used on the Spoon TV by some other people that, because they appointed him as Internal Affairs Minister. In fact, they question his qualification. The board question his qualification doesn't know Nyamale whether he's a graduate of the University of Liberia, whether he graduated from BW, he doesn't know him. Then he said, in fact, he does not have connection with Nyamale come from the Zoe family. So it's a traditional man. Don't believe that one. But that's somebody's opinion. For me, politics can work around it to deny him, but the situation he was in, it could be anybody to remark like that.
Do you think, though, as a leader, to find yourself, because that's when the judgment call comes in as a leader, when you are under immense pressure. Do you think that those comments that he cannot take back, the videos are there, that, he just lost it? He lost it in that moment. Irrespective, because as a leader, that's when your leadership is tested, how well you control your temperament.
Even at the point of your knife on your throat.
There was no knife on his throat.
There was a knife on the throat to lose the election. Because after that threat, the very man he called him, he left from Florida, they ran away.
That incident took place during the second runoff.
The second runoff.
Okay, so he had already lost the first runoff.
I'm talking about the national election. When one with 20,000, these people are carrying 35,000 ballot papers to stop them. So if they have stopped these ballot papers, by this time I'm talking CDC won.
So as a leader, you are supporting those comments and the statement that he made.
The situation we face is what I'm talking. The stake was, the security of the state was at stake. To be frank, I know. But I'm not supporting, that was not ordinary. We can see anywhere. It was not ordinary. So what did we do? We did not arrest the plane with the ballot paper. After 2 days, the plane came down with the ballot paper. So was that a lie?
Actually, that took place the very day the ballot papers were arrested.
Fine, thank you.
Because I have it. It took place. So I'm looking at the whole demeanor as a leader and lawmaker.
I am not supporting, but that was
something in the district. I'm looking at it. And now, if you think that it was nothing, it's biting him now. People are using that against him.
Well, Anybody got an opinion about me, I felt the ping because I was in the mess. They would have killed me. Which some of you post out the picture. But nothing going to happen if they even kill me. Because the United Party, the police commander in Foya was a sedition. In fact, they were not asked, who will you carry complaint to? Who could not carry complaint to anybody? So you have to take law in your hand. That's the only thing. There are nowhere to carry complaint.
Thank you. Bishop, you have your last comment, please.
Yeah, I think these forums need to continue. And I think the more we talk and get aware with what's going on in the country, there's got to be a change. That's one process. That's one thing the Liberian people not really wanting to be part of. Change. And when you don't have a change, you can't have a clean house. And you must be able to do. I'm not saying you're going to be 100%. There's no 100% government around the world. But to have a means for people to create an environment to walk into, there has to be a change. And especially, I have quorum with some of the appointees that they put in there. And I'm trying to read some of their backgrounds and so on. I'm not too sure that some of the very people are even qualified for those areas. Because of misplacement, anytime you misplace people for where they don't belong,
there's dysfunction.
Yeah, they're not going to function well. And you don't really, get vast number of people into government because they are your friends or what they probably they did for you or whatever it is. At this point of time, we need qualified people that will get into those areas, revamp the country, and things will work better. If we don't do that, we will be in the same boat. And everybody should know when the boat is not well, taken care of, holes are in it, it's going to capsize.
That's right.
I asked the president not to be led by the pressure and influence, and so that he would do better.
Wow, awesome, folks. There you have it. All I can say is, President Boakai, the people voted for you. We trust you and we believe in you that you will do the right thing. And the people that voted for you, here they are. All of you that found us online today, thank you. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Numa, Mr. Snotty, and Mr. King, who had to leave. Thank you so much. And also Edward. And we'll catch you here tomorrow. Watch the African Cup of Nations, y'all. Yeah. Watch it, y'all. Have fun. Enjoy. So this is how I get to leave you. So President Walker will be able to remember.
It is about 10% more those who do not know how to govern a country. It is about 10% more to those who do not know what democracy is. It is about time for us to say no. To those who do not understand what governance is. We need a government that is responsible for the needs of the Liberian people. It is your country and you must make it better for yourself. Today is the day you prove to the world that your country belongs to you and therefore you are prepared to live for you.